Renowned poet and author Abel Mauchi has lambasted Zanu PF violence and penned a poem describing how 35 people from his village under Chief Makar in Gutu were tortured or murdered in the presidential rerun in 2008. The poem is sarcastically titled Pamusaro Panyoya. Mauchi said he was extremely touched by the torture inflicted on innocent people by hooligans, and he went through names of 35 real people who were victims. He made it clear from the onset that he did not support any political party, but wrote the poem as a dedication to the tormented souls. The hooligans went up early, as if they were going to work. And only rested at dusk. After beating everyone into pulp. And leaving some dead. I am even afraid to tell this story. Ask them if you think I'm lying. Mai win was dipped into boiling traditional brew. An Esmo Sinjan was forced up a muhacha tree to pick wild apples. They pulled off villagers' hair and burned it in the fire. The elderly were made to march as if they were at an army garrison. Villagers stayed in caves to hide from the hooligans. They even poisoned innocent fish in the rivers. Even birds could feel the violence. Animals stopped moving in the forests. Mauchi received standing ovation from the bumper rally, including CCC President Nelson Chamisa, who said that the poem moved him. The poem vividly described the scenes. Elderly people were made to toy like they were at a military garrison. Women were dipped into boiling traditional brew, and young girls had their hair pulled off from the heads and burnt in the fire while they watched. Hundreds of people walked 50 kilometers into town on foot to escape the violence, and the only CCC councillor who won elections in the area, Tanjemher, was narrowly missed with an axe which cut off a piece of his ear. Schools were shut down and pupils were conscripted. Villagers were made to rub hard ground with their fingers until nails fell off, and they were left bleeding. The late former MP Mukanoashuro had to escape and leave the country. Mandando headmaster had permanent injuries, while some teachers died from the torture. A man known as Kamba nursed injuries from his bed for a month. Homes were burned, and chicken and cattle looted for meat to feed the thugs. Munyanjay is one of those who lost everything. Mbaya Nahanda had her head cut off by colonialists, and Chamanuka was killed. We are still crying for them today, and so where is the difference? Asks Mauchi. Some of the tortured are Rabi. Phyllis. Was Butwa. Sabuku Chinyama. Anesmo Sinjan. Manjayo. Zumbo. Gadai. Mutero. Mukanoashuro. Mwano Amabareki. Tanjamhara. Gwengo. Mirambadoro. Jiri. Nzuwa. Mandando head. Chikwachar. Councillor Chidanhika. Zamiri. Bura. Mayor. Munyanjay. Kamba. Mai win.